So you've just finished playing, and now it's time to put the clarinet away. Well, a couple things that you need to do. It's mostly just taking it apart in reverse order, but you also need to clean it. So, step one, keeping a hand on here at all times. First, we're going to deal with the reed and the ligature. Your ligature, pretty fragile and hard to replace into the case. Don't put it beside the case, put it in the case. I've seen many people accidentally step on those things or sit on them. It's not pretty, okay? Take your reed off, keeping a hand on your clarinet, and what you can do, because the reed can be a little bit slimy at times, you can just kind of wipe it off very gently on your cleaning swab, okay? And then, again, you need to put it back into your reed guard. Don't leave it lying on the floor. And right back into the case. Now, take your swab. And your swab is that cloth with a really long string. First thing you need to do, make sure, absolutely sure, that there are no knots in your string, okay? You need to make sure it's very, very, very flat. No knots. Take your swab out, okay? And then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take the mouthpiece off. I'm gonna set the mouthpiece aside. I'm gonna clean that in a minute. Okay? I'm gonna put the swab in through the bell end. And I feed it through gently, making sure that it stays straight, okay? And when it comes out the other side, I start tugging very, very gently. All the way through till it comes through. I'm going to do that 2 more times, okay? Once you've got that done, then you also need to do the mouthpiece, okay? Pull it all the way through. May take a little bit of muscle. Once you've got that done, okay, kind of wipe at the outside. Put your ligature back on it. Put your mouthpiece cap back on it. I've lost my mouthpiece cap. Not cool. And put it back into the case. Okay? Now, the rest of the clarinet. Let's get the barrel off and put it right into the case. Take the bell off, put it into the case. And now we've got the upper stack and the lower stack. Remember, we need to be pushing on this. And you remember why? There's our bridge key. See how it moves? We need to make sure that it is up as we're putting the clarinet together, and we have to make sure it's up as we take the clarinet apart. The other thing we need to make sure of is that these keys and these keys never, ever touch. Okay? So same thing as we did before. I'm actually going to use my right hand, so I have to flip this around. Okay, so right hand, bridge key, there it's on the bottom now. There's our bridge key, okay? And I need to wiggle and pull, wiggle and pull, wiggle and pull. See, those keys never came anywhere close to each other. I never went all the way around. It was just little wiggles, little wiggle, little pull, little wiggle, little pull. Once it's all apart, then back into the case. It only fits one way. So if your case isn't closing, you didn't put it in right. Okay, and there'll be cutouts where the keys are supposed to go. Once you have that in there, you also need to put your cleaning cloth in, your swab, okay? I wouldn't scrunch it all up and leave it in there. You can kind of fold it in and gently place it in at first, but then when you get home, you need to open it up and get this out. Also, I would put this into a laundry bag and I'd wash it every week, because otherwise it might become a science experiment. You might be responsible for finding new life on the planet Earth, which would be really cool. except that your parents would probably be upset with you to find an icky, moldy, gross smelling, ugh. So, gently into your case, close your case up, make sure it's well closed, okay? So for me, I need to hear that click. Some people it might be a zipper. Make sure it's closed before you pick it up. Otherwise, everything will fall out. So I hope you had a great time playing your clarinet today. Practice often, and if you get really good at this, you can probably have your clarinet set up in a few seconds. Good luck.